Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to this little stream. I had a little trouble setting up, but I think it will be working now. So yeah, welcome, and today I'll be playing Space Quest 6, one of my old favorites, and I hope you will enjoy it here with me. Just gonna lower my volume a little on my so I can hear myself too, and not just the game. This was the first Space Quest, or the first proper Sierra or adventure game I've ever played, so I thought I'd begin with this one on here on Mixer. I'm trying it out today just to see how it is, so feel free to leave any comments on how well if it looks good or it sounds good, because I can't watch it that closely at the same time as I'm playing. But anyway, let's start the game and enjoy the intro together.
The StarCon Federation has reached its decision. Roger Wilco, please step forward. Roger Wilco, you have been judged guilty of the following crimes: abandoning your post, deviating from mission parameters, misuse of StarCon property, disintegrating a fellow officer, perpetrating a sequel without authorization, and consorting with a female of higher rank. Do you have anything to say for yourself before we pronounce sentence?
Can't you guys take a joke?
Do you have anything intelligent to say for yourself before we pronounce sentence?
Nope.
Very well. It is the opinion of this tribunal that as punishment for your crimes against the StarCon Federation, you are to be decommissioned. You are hereby stripped of the rank of captain. You are no longer an officer of the StarCon Federation. Your enrollment at StarCon Academy is hereby terminated. However, due to your successful return of the SCS Eureka, your rescue of the Goliath's crew, and the fact that nobody gets rid of stubborn mildew stains and black heel marks as well as you do, we are returning you to your former post with StarCon Fleet. You are hereby ordered to resume your duties immediately as janitor second class on board the SCS Deep Ship 86.
Attention all hands. This is your commander speaking. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for your fine performance during our recent episode, A Stitch in Time Saves Gamma 9. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, 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 thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As a gesture of appreciation, we're putting in for shore leave on Polysorbate 60. Enjoy yourselves, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Kielbasa out.
Meanwhile, in a deserted warehouse just outside the galaxy...
I don't care how you do it, gentlemen, so long as his body is intact. Do you understand?
Yes, we've got it. Yes, right, we've got it. Yes, right.
Good. Now, I believe you'll find him here, on Polysorbate 60, on a shore leave.
Okay, I'm ready. Energize!
As we join our hero, Roger Wilco, he has just been transported to the surface of Polysorbate 60 to enjoy a little shore leave. Apparently, there was a minor glitch in the process. Well, at least you got here with all your important parts, your hands, your mouth, and your stomach.
Oh, great! Real wonderful. Nice beam job, you metallic piece of scrap. Jeez, this is snug. Real snug. You know, it actually makes me feel kind of good. I remember when I used to wear my mom's... Well, never mind. No time for nostalgia. I've got a serious extraction problem to work out first.
Well, here we are. That was the awesome intro. Yeah. Our pal Roger Wilco, space janitor extraordinaire and savior of the galaxy, back to his old job again, and demoted from captain. Of course, when I played this, I had no idea of his earlier endeavors, so it's it's quite funny to well, not funny, but I knew odd maybe to start with the last game, but well, that's the first that I encountered. So, and I liked it so much that I knew I had to get the other ones, so and that I did. Well, I will be focusing most on well, just keeping the story going, even though you can well examine
Rats,
everything.
the cinema appears to be closed. You were really hoping to see Tango and Cash 27. That's an interesting piece of hardware. Your normally dim power of recollection actually recalls having seen a picture of one of these in the ship library. Get this, it's called a bike. People used to actually get on these and use their own muscles to achieve locomotion. What losers. Upon closer inspection, you notice some sort of ID card hanging on the frame.
So yeah, we're stuck in the ground.
Your reach is about as great as your personal depth.
We have to find a way to get ourselves out of here. As our own strength isn't enough. Almost. It's a funny story actually. When I first tried this at a friend of mine. We have just moved to a new house, and but the friend was the one of the from the family who actually lived at that house before, and they had just moved to another. Well, so they have had this game for quite some time, I believe, and actually never gotten past beginning. They had just sitting here, stuck in the ground. So I don't know for how long, but I actually helped them out. But much trial and error for me too. Until this.
Thank you, my good man. Yikes, I hope everything came out with me.
And I heard my cats going around the room, so they might cause a ruckus or anything, but oh, that's right.
Upon grabbing the ID card, you notice the picture on it is of a rather homely-looking alien type. Guess everyone can't be as fortunate as you.
I can see in OBS, my streaming program here, that the quality is lowering. Well, I get some warnings from time to time. I can't actually see the results, but very few dropped frames anyway, so it's overall it's good. I'm going to lower the speed a little bit because well, it's an and I usually always change it to 56 because then he actually gets about a normal walking speed. I think the original setting is a little too fast. Anyway, now we're free and we can explore Orbit 60. Or this little damp back alley of it anyway.
This is the interior of Bootlicker. In keeping with most of the rest of the area, there is absolutely no frills in the decor.
Hi there.
Howdy there, partner. The name's Paul Conshohocker. Yeah, that's my name. I'm the proprietor of this here establishment here. Now, anything I can sell you, why, you just let me know. But if you steal anything, I'll be forced to kind of kill you. Welcome.
That sounds fair.
And as you can guess from my part in this stream, I usually just talk about things when they come to mind. I try to plan ahead what I'm going to talk about, but I mostly forget everything, so be prepared for me just getting oh right and such blurs as I figure out more things I wanted to talk about. Oh.
So, Pa, what's the stuff behind you?
Oh, that, eh? Why, there's the good stuff, sonny. I got some real fine stuff back here. Oh, yeah, I do. That's cold Saurian brandy. That's what that is. Best available in these parts here. Now, it's way out of your price range, I'm sure. It goes for 20 buckazoids per.
And if you didn't already know, the voice of Pa Conshahaken here is actually Charles Martinet, the voice of Super Mario. But this was before Super Mario 64 and before the computer minigame thing. So I don't know about I don't know much about his career before Super Mario. So and I actually learned, I have had the the manual and they mention all the credits and all that, but it wasn't until the Space Quest historian pointed it out that I actually, oh yeah, and it actually is his name in the book that I have had for several years that I haven't noticed. Oh, anyway.
This little fleshwad looks familiar. You wonder what he's doing here. Must have been a victim of the telecommunications wars.
Oh, how cute. I haven't actually seen E.T. for many years. I don't remember anything of it actually. Only the thing about the frog dissection, but that's another story. And yeah, and I will try to get all the points, even though I can't actually show you. I don't think the games actually shows the total amount of points you can get. So you'll just have to take my word for it.
Another Orion's Belt franchise. That's one place you have yet to be banished from. I'll bet that's the finest neon sculpture on the whole corner.
Oh yeah. You will notice this that they try to make the game as compatible with older machines as possible, so the game will only play one sound file at a time. So when they talk, for example, if something happens in the background, like the traffic post, they will play that sound afterwards.
Ah, an arcade. You haven't been in an arcade in at least a sequel or two. How cute. It has a really big replica of a coin slot.
Hello, Mr. Bouncer?
He pays very little attention. You're pretty used to it. But someday... it would appear that once again, Vice is a bit more profitable than most business ventures. This place is almost too hip for the planet. But then, that's no mean feat, given what a total heap this place appears to be. Impressed by his own perceived magnificence, this wannabe babe magnet stands and just radiates cool.
Yeah, and if you want to know, the game actually has very extensive descriptions for almost everything. At least in the beginning. It's a... well, that's a kind of a backstory, that too. But yeah, if I get some time later I can talk about it then.
What can I do for you there, fella?
What have you got?
Well, aside from the obvious stuff which is glaring in your face from the back wall here, I do make some mixed drinks. I mean, If I do say so myself, I make a pretty mean William Gibson and a pretty good ass-em-off cocktail, you know what I mean, huh? Hey, I got you. Try a fuzzy toe jam. They seem to be pretty popular with your particular species here.
Oh yeah. I guess we'll take his word for it and try it.
Okay, you got it, pal.
Nothing really happens, but thank you. Just a little checking. And just saving a little before anything happens. But this game is actually quite, well, if you should say so, kind compared to the older games. As you can't die as much as the older games. The only thing you can do is, well, get stuck until you find a solution. So I don't think there are any dead ends or anything like that. It's oh, dang.
Hey, buddy, get your paws out of my tips or I'll liberate your favorite organ. I'll even let you choose. Or you can leave my tips alone and you won't have to worry about that decision. It's up to you. Hey.
Good thing she doesn't have any eye lasers or anything like that.
You snag a Buckazoid off the Waitron. How cool you are.
I know. But I wanted to point. There is a thing that you could try to collect the snag more Buckazoid from her, but you will only be able to take coins up to wait, here we go. Can only take up to 19 coins, so you won't have enough for what you are supposed to do later.
That's your current Buckazoid collection. It's the alien ID you snagged from that rusty bike. That's a fairly hideous picture of the former owner. It makes the average Department of Motor Vehicles photographer look like Ansel Adams. It's your trusty whisk broom and dustpan.
Yeah, let's visit the arcade. You have to. Almost every part of Space Quest has had, if not a arcade-like game like this, it has had a arcade-like sequence somewhere.
Look, it's the hot new game, Stooge Fighter 3. It's supposed to be the goriest, most violent arcade game since Disemboweling for Dollars.
So this is Stooge Fighter 3. Doesn't look so tough to me.
Say, partner, care to indulge in a friendly game? By the way, the name's Jerkwad. What's your mama call you?
A mistake. But my friends call me Roger. Roger Wilco.
Well, it's darn fine to meet you, Roger. So, what do you say to a friendly little round of Stooge Fighter 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
Gosh, Mr. Jerkwad, that sounds neat.
And this is actually the first encounter I've ever had with the Three Stooges. As I'm from Sweden, for some reason the Swedish thought they were too violent, so they've never had any impact here. I guess it's only now later with the, you know, DVD releases of old classics and the Three Stooges movie, which I don't know if it's any good or not, but I've actually seen an episode of the old ones just to see how they are. And, yeah, it's kind of weird. And I will be playing this with the keyboard.
Let's get ready to rumble!
High intense action, eh? Just doing this, hoping to hit. Hi Candy! You just arrived in the time of this awesome fighting game. And you're before you get shocked or anything big how bad I am, you are not actually supposed to win. You can't win before you actually get the special. Oh man. That sounded weird. Oh, I hope the game won't be get so distorted for the rest of the. Oh well. It's no worries. You just write and everything when you can. But there is no way I'm going to win this, so we'll let him win.
Big Mo wins the match. He ordered you.
Game over, man. Game over.
Wow, man. I guess I got real lucky. Or maybe you were holding back on me. Nah, you wouldn't do that, would you? You don't look that bright. I mean, that probably isn't your style. Wanna play again?
No, not now.
Not now, thanks.
But I'll be back. Vengeance shall be mine.
Interesting. She appears to be waiting for someone. She might be one of those professional ladies your mom told you about.
Well, Candy, you haven't seen nothing yet. Like implants and stuff. Looks like a nice place. Let's see what they have to offer. Beside this awesome music.
Yikes! Can it be? Why, yes it is. It's Fester Blatz, former owner and proprietor of Fester's World of Wonders, a cheesy little tourist trap on the desert planetoid of Fleabot.
Oh.
The t-shirt looks, and unfortunately smells, like the same one he wore on Fleabot. He has the expression of someone enjoying a permanent wedgie. He has aged somewhat. Looks like he's grown a few more neck rings. These last few years have been rough on him. From what you remember of him, he used to be kind of an aqua blue. Now he looks like a used lug liner, or the color of a Vorillion miner's loogie.
Howdy, stranger. The name's Blatz. Fester Blatz. Welcome to Implants and Stuff. Go ahead. Have a look around at some of the most interesting replacement body components this lovely planetoid has to offer.
Oh, a nice fresh sales pitch.
Aw, thank you for the host. But too bad I... Oh man. That was a dip in quality I saw. Well. Big thanks anyway. I can't actually see if who many are watching, but
Brain-dead products have been a staple of the home-built being hobbyist for decades now. They make a fine line of adapter plugs which allow for cross-species component swapping. Means you'll be able to pick up parts anywhere other beings exist. Nice deal, huh? They also make a pretty fine moddy. Get tired of what kind of mood your droid, or spouse for that matter, is in? Why, you just slap in one of those babies and bingo! You can modify them into a whole new attitude. Find a wife type who won't pay some big buckazoids for that. Too bad the sale of them is illegal. About all I do is trade for them. It's one of them loopholes, guess you could say. Kinda developed a hobby of collecting the suckers.
a little hint for the future. Well, we'll leave for now. Oh, she's got some company. Here we go.
It's one of those new Kodrak mobile photo booths. I heard they were beta testing those. You pop a coin in the slot and climb on in.
All right, I'm looking pretty good. Fire away. There's got to be an optics problem with that machine. I look partially digested.
Good thing you didn't opt for that second set of prints after all. Guess that guy won't be filing any complaints with the Portable Business Association.
Well, that was lucky. Let's have a look at the photos.
Pretty cool looking, huh? This guy looks like he should be standing watch around one of those barrels. He has a bit of a nervous look about him.
Hey!
I wonder if you... Nah, what was I thinking?
Oh, don't leave.
Hey!
Buddy, maybe you can help me out. I'm trying to track down this Ender Droid. I'm an Ender Droid runner. I know it don't look so hot, but I'm in disguise, you know?
In disguise? Yeah, you do look disguised. I just don't know what like. Hey, here's a tip. Think seriously about a flea dip.
I could really use your help getting this one. I've had a hell of a time tracking him down. You've gotta help me. Tell you what, if you can find and immobilize this bionic beer opener, it's worth 50 buckazoids to you. What do you say to that? I've scoured this dung heap. I haven't seen synthetic hide nor hair of him. All that's left to check is that bar. I'd go in there myself, you see, but I've had a little misunderstanding with the management. No biggie. I'm sure it'll blow over soon. Anyway, can you help me out? What do you say? 50 buckazoids. And if you don't mind me saying it, you look like you could use it. So how about it?
Well, I don't know. What's this Endodroid thing look like? And why do you want it?
Well, he's about your height, only maybe a few inches higher. And I'd say about your weight, give or take 60 pounds or so. But then that's just probably because of that stuff he's made of. Kind of a liquid metal thing, but that's not important. He's got a crew cut, and I think he was wearing a long, dark coat. Has a strange accent.
But why do you want him?
Oh, he made some people mad.
How?
Oh, I guess he sort of jumped out of his program and kind of killed and/or mangled a score or so of co-workers and, more importantly, management personnel. A big no-no. No big deal. I just gotta take him in for analysis and processing. It could help pull me out of my, unfortunate cash flow situation. And most importantly, it can mean 50 buckazoids for you. What do you say?
Well, I could use the buckazoids. I'll see what I can do.
Great. You won't regret it. You're gonna need this data quarter. It's been modified to only be sensitive to certain unique components like droidium, something only an endrodroid would be composed of. This'll help you root him out. Good luck. Let me know when you've got him. Thanks. I gotta go check in with the home office. I'll check back out here a little later to see how you're coming along.
Yeah, no biggie.
This is the data quarter you got from that Endodroid hunter dude. You missed! Ha!
No signal here. So let's go to the bar.
You probably wonder where that goes. Don't touch that. We don't know where you've been. Well, that wasn't too bad for a borderline physical specimen like you. It didn't quite get the job done, though. Nah, you still haven't convinced the door to yield to your obviously superior physical presence.
How about this?
Wow, you really did it! Not exactly the subtlest of entry techniques, but effective. That's pretty macho for the likes of you. Who would have guessed you'd have the makings of a Starsky or a Hutch, or a Tango or a Cash?
Oh, well, let's go.
You go now, and I don't rearrange your organs.
Sounds kind of familiar, don't you think? I'm just gonna save because I have to show you how it looks like. Yeah.
Hey there. So, what's up? Pretty crappy weather we're having.
He looks so friendly, don't you think?
Wow, so what's with the hole in your arm? That's gotta sting. My, you're a tall one. Is there something I can do for you?
He's apparently a social minimalist. His only reaction is the kind of look that makes you want to run to the safety of your closet and assume your all too familiar fetal position. I'm not going to say he told you so, but he did.
Yeah. That was quite extreme for a kid's game, you know? Let's try that again. But let's leave him alone for now.
Wow, this sucker makes even you look like GQ material. These nitro suckers come in all types. They're all drawing on the hoses. Amazingly, they don't freeze. They just glaze over for a few moments while the others laugh. This one has a tattoo which says, "I love Lula."
Nitro and freeze, eh? We can do something about that. Or have some use for that.
You quite cleverly paste your picture over the old one on the ID card.
Cleverly and sloppy, but as long as it works.
You hear them say, "Geez, our skimmer's double hovered. We gotta run."
I'm sorry, but I have need for your equipment. So,
You snag the 4 hoses. Never know when you're going to meet that special lady.
Indeed.
The canister snaps neatly into the conduit opening. Carefully untangle the twisted mass of hookah hoses and then rehook the hoses to create one long hose. It reminds you of Christmas time back home when you enjoyed untangling the Christmas lights and saying to yourself, "I get so much satisfaction from cleaning and straightening. One day, I'll be the best janitor ever." Well, at least one part of that dream came true. You are a janitor.
Yes.
You rehook the hoses to create one long one.
But before we do anything more with the hose, we're going to distract the bartender for a bit.
So you're with Polysorbate Security, huh? Yeah, what can I get for you, Chief?
What have you got?
Well, aside from the obvious stuff which is glaring in your face from the back wall here, I do make some mixed drinks. I mean, if I do say so myself, I make a pretty mean William Gibson and a pretty good ass-em-off cocktail, you know what I mean, huh? Hey, I got you. Try a fuzzy toad jam. They seem to be pretty popular with your particular species here. I got just the thing for you guys. It's something I don't even give the regulars here. What do you think, huh?
Yeah, one special, please.
Make me a double uvula spritzer. Twist a fleck rind, and I want it hacked and whipped, not like one of those shaken or stirred sissy drinks.
Okay, coming right up, Chief. Listen, this'll take a couple of minutes, but feast your eyes on the making of it, all right?
Oh, that's just fine. Take your time, my good man.
Yeah, all the time you need. I should admit that this puzzle had me stuck for so long, but most of the puzzle actually, because Even though I love the adventure games, I'm not that good at them. So
You quickly close that valve again.
in order to be able to progress, I have
This
taken
one
help
doesn't
from
spew
guides
anything.
from time to time.
With a flick of your very supple wrist, you pull the conduit loose from below the valve. Oops!
Okay, let's hurry before he gets finished with the drinks.
The hookah hose is now attached to the leftmost conduit.
The nitro upstairs will go through the pipes down to this. And
You complete the connection between the two conduits.
now you'll see. I'm just gonna hurry up and turn on the nitro machine.
Nitro begins to flow through the tubing and into the conduit.
Frosta la Kista, baby.
Wow, it worked! This dude's in a deep freeze. But now, what are you going to do with him?
I think that now that they were able to freeze a liquid robot back in '92, they should be able to, well, find some better solutions for robots in the future. Anyway, I'm not complaining.
Cool, laying a solid blow upside the head of this frigid felon has reduced him to cubes. Is not too hard to handle now. You quite cleverly whisk the cubed culprit into your dustpan. It's going to be tough to carry him this way, though.
Let's do it like this.
Very good. He'll be much more transportable this way. However, you'd better hope it doesn't thaw.
And he actually can thaw, so I'm gonna save just in case.
Rat! It appears that the bartender disconnected your cleverly concocted hose link while you were gone.
Yeah, so just for the few more extra points, I'll have to well, distract him again. But I'll skip the conversation this time.
What if you
Well, I got...
make me a double...
Oh.
Oh.
There we go. I guess in case you were, yeah, in case you had to do anything else, you could just leave him there and get back to him later. But we are ready, so let's go.
No, can it be? It is. It's Elmo Pug, the former CEO of Scumsoft. Hard times have hit him like a ball-peen hammer between the, eyes. Maybe there is a karma ferry.
Yeah, we'll have a talk with him later.
Here's your cubed compadre. Where's my 50 buckazoids?
No bull. You really got him, huh? I mean, good job.
Yeah, I really got him. And I could really use my 50 buckazoids.
Tell you what, I'll pay you when they pay me.
No, I need the money now. Or I let the guy thaw right here, right now.
No, just a minute. You don't want to do that. Hold on to your alimentary contents. I got it here. Here, you happy? I'll just be taking that tray. Been a special treat doing business with you.
Lots of points. Troubling noises.
Hold it right there, pal. You don't want to go in there. Trust me, it's not a pretty sight. But then, neither are you. Nonetheless, it's bad news in there, and I can't let you enter. So hit the pavement.
Okay. Well, I guess we just ruined a nice little bar. Oops.
Hey! Say, you look familiar. Didn't I kick your butt in a huge robot once?
Oh yeah, that. I hope to forget that. It was the beginning of my undoing. I was a laughingstock around the company in the final days of Scumsoft. Oh well, if that hadn't gotten me, some of my other creative management techniques would have. In looking at the big picture, I suppose that arrangement left me with all my physical assets intact. Not a single other thing, unfortunately. I'm humiliated to admit that I have, on rare occasion, resorted to selling cheat sheets for arcade games. I've got to maintain a fairly modest profile, I guess you could say. Time heals wounds and all that. Plus, maybe I can avoid a premature termination.
Wow, that's all very interesting. And very boring, if you don't mind my saying. What I want to know is, can you sell me a cheat sheet for Stooge Fighter 3?
Well, I think I may be able to facilitate that. I may have one in stock. Okay, here's what I need from you. A nice new bottle of Cold Sordian brandy. If you can deliver that, I think we can call it a deal. My people, I'll be waiting to take delivery from you so that we can put a bow on this deal. Catch you later.
Brandy, eh? Well, luckily there's a boot store here. Oh, boot store? No, booze. I'm just, caught up with the name.
Got the 20 there, Buster? Otherwise, you can swill thruster drippings with the rest of the dead beats around here. I don't mean that in a bad way, mind you.
Yeah, let's buy a brandy.
I'd like a bottle of your Cold Sorian brandy, please.
Well, so you're interested in the good stuff, eh? I'll just take that 20. Thank you. I haven't sold much of this stuff lately, except for some sorry-looking little bud. Oh, hey, that reminds me. He still owes me some money. No, I can't believe I fell for that scam. Oh, well, enjoy. Sucker.
Thank you.
It's that Cold Sorian brandy Elmo wanted. Yuck! It has a fish floating in the bottom. Oh well, to each their own. Elmo has definitely taken a turn for the worse. You'd like to think it was your exit from the admittedly captive rank of that off-world sweat orb, Scumsoft Incorporated. It was probably something dumb like a compulsion for pet projects or personally beneficial programs over those things important to the company as a whole. That couldn't be it.
Yes! I mean, Mr. Wilco, I'm most pleased you've chosen to do business with us. You're just in time, too. I have another party on his way interested in the same item. Oh well, his loss. Well, I'll take that off your hands. Now, per our agreement, here's your cheat sheet. I'm certain you'll find the game much more interesting now.
Oh, I will.
Also, you look like you could use this fish.
Thanks.
Enjoy, Mr. Wilco. I have a real important business in another part of town. Be seeing ya. Oh, by the way, I'd appreciate if you'd not mention our meeting to anyone. Some of those purple-skulled old stockholders really hold a grudge, okay? Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah. So we got the cheat sheet.
It's the Stooge Fighter 3 cheat sheet you got from Elbow.
To guarantee a win, the cheat sheet says, when at the choice screen, press the machine's letter buttons in the following order: A, B, B, A, C, A, C, A. Then, be aggressive and attack as much as possible using your new secret weapon.
It looks vaguely like your hiney after it's been chewed out by your boss.
Ew. Well, before we go to the arcade, let's we have one little place more to visit. The little inn here. And that's great candy. Yeah, you should. This should be enjoyed on the big screen every time.
That's the manager of this little slice of heaven. He looks like he's an expert on energy conservation. Mainly his. You give the bell a pass with your hand. The manager doesn't exactly spring to life in response, but he does stir a bit and grant you a segment of one eye.
Ooh.
He seems to be ignoring you.
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Really? I mean, really? Well, I think we got one or two for a couple of $100 buckazoids a night. In advance, you understand.
I believe I have a prepaid reservation provided me by StarCon.
I got no reservations from any StarCon. I got no reservations, period. I do a cash business. You want a room, cough out the buckazoids.
So that's, 200. Well, okay.
200? Don't you listen, son? I said 300. That's 300 a night. And I don't include any weird pets. Them's extra.
I could have sworn you said...
You calling me a liar? I don't need no guff from the likes of you. This is the finest lodging on the planet, son. If you don't like the prices, you can just take your sorry, pinkish carcass out of here.
Well, 300? Okay, but give me your finest room then.
The finest room? Yeah, right. You got it, buckaroo. Best in the house. Coming right up. Pay up, and we're in business.
This place still has those old-style ray projection infomercial viewers. What rubes.
Oh well, so how to get 300 buckazoids.
Hi, Mr. Jerkwad. How about another game of Stooge Fighter? I'm feeling a little luckier this time.
You know, kid, I'd really like to, but I need a little more of a challenge. Take a long walk off a short asteroid, okay?
What's the matter? Afraid a measly little pencil-necked low-life janitor and general waste of human life is going to embarrass you in front of your friends?
Well said.
Hold on there, you little puke! I'm not afraid of some puny little zit on the butt of the universe!
Jerkwad is a scaredy cat. Jerkwad is a scaredy cat.
Alright, you little wad of spit, let's play. I'll waste you. Tell you what, let's make it interesting. If you win, I'll give you 300 buckazoids. However, if I win, you're mine to do with as I see fit. The deal?
Okay then.
Oh, this is gonna be fun! Oh, you're a bit puny, but I'm sure I'll be able to get a few buckazoids for you over at the slave colony.
I'm sorry, I don't think I heard you quite right. Did you say slave colony?
Too late to back out, Borg breath.
I knew that.
Okay, so now my future's on the line. Well, let's use that cheat. A, B, B, A, C, A, C, A. That's handy. A special little button. Let's go with Larman again.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Much better.
Blairman wins. Unblemished victory. Rumble.
That noise, it's just Oh, no perfect victory this time. Oh well.
Blairman wins the match. You ordered him.
Doesn't look too happy.
How lucky can a guy get? That was pure luck. Jeez.
Where's my money?
Here. Now, if I were you, I'd make myself scarce, you little lump of phlegm. Otherwise, I'm gonna lose my temper, and all that's gonna be left of you is teeth and toenails.
That's that. Let's get a cozy, maybe little room.
Okay, son, you just scribble your old Bill Shatner on the register screen and I'll get your key card. It's as fine a room as you'll find on this orb.
You have a brief moment of what you think is cleverness. You decide to wittily sign the name Franzel Niekberm.
Okay, here's your key card. Don't lose it. Room 1220J. Up the elevator. Franzel Niekberm. If I had a buckazoid for every time I'd seen that name, I'd be sitting pretty. I could afford one of those fancy fur-lined donut thingies that... what was I saying? Anyway, enjoy your stay. If you need anything, don't hesitate to tell someone.
Gee, thanks. Say, could you tell me where...
I'm a real busy guy, son. You got any questions, why don't you just go find the Chamber of Commerce and talk to them. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. Be seeing ya.
Oh well. Ah, it seems Tyrell Corporation has expanded. Well, 1220J.
It's the keycard to your luxurious suite at the charming Dew Beam Inn. The room number is 1220J.
I'm not so sure if it will be luxurious. Anyway, let's have a look.
Just as you're about to insert the keycard so you can go inside and check out your new digs, you notice those two goony-looking dudes from the lobby walking in your direction at a rather deliberate pace. Perhaps they're going to welcome you to the place or show you where the ice machine is.
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
Well, we was wondering if you'd have any objection to us pounding you senseless. Grab 'em and let's get moving. I gotta report in soon. You puny little scumbag. I can't believe anyone would want you. One thing's for sure. You sure ain't gonna be seeing your home son ever again. Hey, Nigel, let's get back to it, huh? We got things to do and places to go. Now, just sit there and be still and be quiet, little man. I've got some things to finish before I finish you.
No worries, Candy. This is nice to have some company. So here we are, kidnapped for some reason.
Don't even bother looking in your pockets. You are carrying nothing. Nada, zip, zero, zilch.
Hey, what the fu- I don't want to see you move another inch or I'm gonna slice you into nice little bite-sized pieces. Now, can it?
You are now a proud nail owner.
let's use that nail.
Good thinking. The nail proves to be just what you needed to free yourself from those handcuffs. Don't get all excited, Little Red Riding Hood. You aren't out of those woods yet.
So, before we try anything else, we need to take care of Lard Man here. So, just gonna borrow this for a little bit. For the most obvious of puzzle solutions.
You carefully lay the rug on the floor. Even though you were never known for your interior decorating talents, you feel very satisfied with the location you have chosen. Your body is now carrying a nice static charge.
Here we go. And
Wow, the static energy you built up discharged, frying Lard Boy's circuitry. Did you actually think of that, or was it just luck?
let's pretend I thought of that.
You now possess the Mahdi.
Mahdi, eh? Let's look.
It's a burlesque Mahdi.
We have to take back our data recorder. We might have further use for that.
There seems to be a small pile of CD-ROMs sitting here. Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically boring multimedia magazines. A multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here. The Outpost Project Survival Guide. Successful People Managing Techniques by Carm Trebus. Funny, it's empty. MF-DOS for idiots, morons, and phoebes. Turing Xenon on 5 buckazoids a day.
Have to try that.
Discovering your inner maggot. How to become assigned to being a corporate creative genius without really trying. This might be worth checking out. It's a copy of Popular Tektronix. Way too disgusting.
Indeed.
I'm not touching that, and you can't make me. I'm not gonna put my lips on that.
Let's see here. Oh, from data recorder to homing beacon. From data recorder to homing beacon fast. Yes, you too can make a homing beacon from simple household goods. Chief among the devices you can use is a data recorder, which with a few adjustments sends out a powerful signal to potential rescuers who could be light years away. First, open your data recorder. Inside you'll find chips, ERC settings and plates. If you correctly alter these settings, you'll soon be home by the fire with a cup of a nog. Of course, any mistakes could result in barbecue with you as the entree. But let's not worry about that. We'll describe the details in the next issue. Ah, damn it. We need it now.
I'm not touching that.
Oh, sorry.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring.
I'm Roger Wilco of the SCS Deep Ship 86. Can I get you anything? Water, food, some duct tape, armor all? Are you okay? You look bloated.
This alien woman looks to be in very bad shape. Her pupils are fixed and dilated. Her body is stiff, almost as if she's dead. And her skin looks tight and puffy, as if bodily gases are building up inside her. Bandages and patches appear in profusion all over her, and some of her seams look like they're about to give way. You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman.
Yeah. The key card. Let's get over into this room.
Well, 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 the worm is out of the hole. So, you have to ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Well, do I, punk? Go away.
You poke and prod amongst the Mahdi's until you find a Mahdi labeled churlish. Being intrigued by the word, you glom it. Incidentally, you might want to look up the word churlish before you do anything stupid.
Yeah, what would churlish mean?
This controller controls the controls on the subspace neurotransmitter.
Jeez, is this guy a control freak or what?
Let's find out what this does.
Wow, he really creased your can. Pretty impressive. Maybe not from your point of view, of course.
Oh well, now we know. So let's get out of here. Okay. So how to open the doors?
The corner of the label in this Mahdi seems to be loose.
Let's try this instead.
Thinking it was the churlish Mahdi, he pops it in place.
Let's see here.
It's Nigel's belt, complete with a damping field actuator and a nifty personal grooming assistant. It's the damping field actuator. Yuck! It's the hair you pulled from Nigel's personal grooming assistant. The cityscape stretches like an immense pestilent rash across the puckered, festering face of Polysorbate 60.
Ah, pretty.
You wave at the skyline. Look, some nerd on the sidewalk thinks you're waving to him. He's waving back. How friendly.
Oh.
Oh, he's got a gun.
Oh. Oh well. Now we come to the copy protection of this game. We have to alter the data coder to turn it into a homing beacon, and from the beginning it was meant to be another puzzle, but they changed it, so So you only get the solution in the manual. And there also was a you could try to possibly make the puzzle because they gave some hints, but I haven't actually been able to complete that. I have to try again soon if I need to actually make it without the solution at least once. As one of the creators said, it is possible. It's just so let's see here. We are supposed to move around these ships and change these buttons to the correct settings. So let's see here. In the first we should have the RF and the this one and ERC number 9. There we go. And there. Oh, let's see here. It should be that one, and there, and well, the rest goes here.
Here's your fish!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, dude.
Stellar, you picked up my homing signal. I can't believe I actually made it work. Now no one can say I spent a little bit too much free time in the bathroom with Popular Tektronix.
Popular Tektronix? Who are you trying to kid? I know what you were reading in there.
What was that voice, Roger? I thought I heard something.
Pay no attention, Stellar. It was probably just a mechanical flatulence from the ship.
Anyway, we received a transmission from a nearby StarCon communications monitoring platform. They told us of some unusual signal originating from the area of polysorbate 60. We dialed it in, scanned the coordinates, and found you.
So what are you doing in this sector, Stellar? I thought you were stationed on the SCS Heinz 57.
I am. I had some leave accumulated and decided to take it. This is kind of embarrassing for me. I actually came to see you. I've been thinking about you a lot lately, and I was curious about what you'd been up to, so I decided to visit. And when I arrived here, I found you had just left for shore leave on polysorbate. I decided to follow you down and try and catch up with you. When I got to that dump of an inn and found you'd been kidnapped by those thugs, I searched around, but could find no trace of where they'd taken you. That certainly is a strange place. I decided to beam back up to the deep ship and try to locate you through your transport communicator signal. When I'd returned, I found you'd left it up here on the ship. I didn't know what to do then until that call came through from the StarCon installation. You're a lucky man, Wilco.
Yeah. I guess I am. If you hadn't gotten there when you did, I'd probably be a victim of some serious cement poisoning after those geeks chucked me off that balcony.
Terrace.
What?
Well, actually, it was a terrace.
Whatever. Thanks, Stellar. I sure owe you a big one.
I'd sure like to collect that sometime. But let's talk about you and me. Perhaps I could take you to dinner sometime soon.
I'd like that, Stellar. I'd like that a lot. The thing is that I kind of have a relationship with another, and I wouldn't feel very comfortable about that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to her. You understand? Not to mention the fact I'd be wearing my sphincter for a necklace if Beatrice ever found out. I hope you do understand, Stellar. I like you. I think I even more than like you. I don't know where I got this inordinate sense of loyalty toward Beatrice.
I believe the word that explains that is fear.
Pound sand, pal. Please know that were the situation any different, I'd be making that date with you right now.
Oh, I see. Friends, co-workers, buddies. That's all this is gonna be. Guess I knew it somewhere inside. I just didn't want to believe it. I guess I admire your trueness of heart, however misplaced. But I feel much more inclined to damn you for it. I know that's selfish, but it's how I feel. I must admit it shows something more about you, more depth of character than I gave you credit for, Wilco. Well, I'm patient if you ever have a change of heart. Well, Roger, we should see what we can find out about those subhuman walking dumpsters that had such a keen interest in you. I don't suppose you heard their names.
No, but I did get this neat personal grooming assistant. It needs a little cleaning, but...
That's great, Roger. Don't clean it, though. Take it to the sick bay. There's a DNA analyzer there. We can scan the contents and perhaps use the results to get some names and information about these guys.
Good thinking, Stellar. I probably would have thought of it, eventually.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Roger. Look, I've got to go to sick bay and get some treatment for my back after that not-so-graceful rescue.
Oh, yeah, that. Sorry. Well, I'll see you there.
Commander, I am receiving a message from StarCon.
Computer on screen.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa. I have a new directive for Deep Ship 86. This is actually a special request from me, Commander. As you may know, I served with Admiral Bluntfang during the Fallopian campaign. Admiral Bluntfang's widow is involved in building an off-world retirement community. They are almost finished, but have requested assistance from Deep Ship 86. Commander, please extend her every courtesy. You know, if things go well, this would not look too bad in your personnel file. I will let Sharpay, the Admiral's widow, explain further.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa. As Admiral Toolman mentioned, we have almost completed our project here, but could use StarCon assistance. To be honest, Commander, I pulled a few strings, but this is an important mission, I assure you. Since you are scheduled to be present for the dedication of the Golden Light Year's Retirement Center anyway, I hoped you might alter your travel plans to accommodate an earlier arrival. From the information provided me by my old friend, the Admiral, you would be able to warp here within a few hours. I require some assistance from your ship, as well as one of your crew members. Allow me to explain.
Wait, we want to hear that.
Meanwhile, back in sickbay.
Well, back again from all that talking. I actually took a little break, since I knew this was gonna take a little while. before I move on, I just have to say that Stella here is actually one of my favorite characters in the whole series. Well, because she is, I guess she's the only friend in the entire game series. She's a friend and a fan of what he's done and what he is. Even though, as he said, he has a girlfriend, and he actually have to stick with her because otherwise, well, if they don't get a son, that son won't be able to rescue him in Space Quest 4. So and then he wouldn't be here. It's one of those time traveling, what do you call it, paradoxes. So anyway, let's analyze this little wad of hair.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilkie. The sequencer is for use by trained personnel only. Obviously, you don't fit that description. I'm afraid I can't allow you to use it.
Come on, Jebba, be a pal. Who'll know?
I'm sorry, Mr. Wilco. It's a StarCon regulation.
There we are. This time we don't need any special puzzle.
Jeez, Jebba. Who's gonna know? Let me try this one thing. I'll be out of your way. No one will find out.
I don't know, Mr. Wilco. I'm not one to break regulations. I really don't think it's a good idea.
I swear, it'll only take a minute. We're out in the middle of nowhere. No one will find out. And I'll tell you what, anytime you want it, one free plunge job, day or night. What do you say?
Well, I don't know.
It'll only take a minute or two, really. Come on, Jebba, be a pal.
Well, okay, but just this once. If anyone finds out I'm sunk, then I'll come looking for you to take it out on. Keep that in mind.
No problem. I'll be done in a flash.
I really don't know why I'm doing this.
Yeah, sometimes all you need is a little nagging. But shouldn't we just take this away?
Don't pick at it, you'll only make it worse.
Okay, I guess it's his headache now.
Neat. I've always wanted to try one of these on the compost.
File closed. DNA pattern of Nigel Rancid.
Oh, hi, Stellar. I hope your back's feeling better.
They just finished treating me, and it is starting to feel better. However, I was told to lay off rescuing people for a while, especially you. So, did you have any luck?
I got some information from the sample I ran through the DNA sequencer. When I tried it, all I got was a name. All it said after that was that the file is closed. I wonder why that is.
I don't know for sure, Roger, but it seems a bit suspicious. When a file is marked like that, there's usually a very good reason. Most frequently, it indicates the file is closed for intelligence purposes, or it's legally sealed by some judicial body. In the case of those tubs of guts that grabbed you, I'd have to say it's not a government agency directly behind it. It sounds more like someone with access from the outside to a friend or two inside. A more paranoid person might say this smells way wrong.
Then again, when did you last change your socks?
If the files are sealed, then we have nothing to go on.
True. The only thing I can think of is that they may be accessible by jacking into cyberspace. I've never done it, but I know it can be done.
So I guess this means you won't be trying it first. I'd love to try it, but I can't since we don't know how.
Well, actually, I read it can be done with the help of a cyber jack and headset and a cyberspace jack interface module. The article said there are several things to access out there and that there's a vast library of files to browse. It said that the Information Superhighway project is a little behind schedule, but that there are some operative areas. Other than that, I don't have a clue as to how we can gain any information about them.
So you think this cyberspace thing could work?
Well, I can only tell you what I've read. Navigating it takes a little patience, but I think it's the only option you have. I don't know if you'll locate a cyberjack and headset. Because of the delays in the project, they've become more like collector's items than marketable, functionable products.
We do have cyberjack modules built into the compost.
That's true. Of course, we won't know anyway without the jack.
That bites. I wonder where we could find one of those.
I wish I knew, Roger. There must be some place.
Attention! We are now orbiting the Delta Berxilon 5 colony as requested by StarCon. Most of you know your assignments as they have been broadcast to your composts. Please represent StarCon properly. Kilbasa, out.
You better get moving since you don't know yet what your assignment is. I have some checking around to do. We'll talk later.
Thanks, Stellar. I'll see you soon. Maybe we can work in that dinner.
Roger's little home in space. But we won't be here for long, because we have...
Looks like you have a message waiting for you.
Yeah, stuff to do.
Wow, a message for me. I must be getting popular. I wonder what it is.
Wilco, Commander Kilbasa here. I have a special assignment for you. A crew person of special skills is required on Delta Berxilon 5. In the spirit of StarCon cooperation, we have decided to offer them your assistance. Transport there immediately. Kilbasa out.
You're the boss. Let's go. To the transport room.
It feels slightly gritty.
Okay, I'm ready. Energize!
Can't they ever transport him normally?
Commander Kilbasa and that other guy look like they're just finishing up a conversation.
Janitor Wilco, Dr. Bellows and I were just talking about you. Please report to Sharpay's quarters, Janitor Wilco. She is in need of someone with your special skill set. Be quick about it.
Yes, sir.
Just going to save.
Janitor second class, Roger Wilco, reporting as ordered, ma'am.
Wilco, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Mr. Wilco, I expected you here some time ago. I've been kept waiting for minutes now.
I'm very sorry, Matt.
Save the pathetic whimperings for your StarCon superiors, which I would expect includes everyone and everything on the food chain over there.
Ma'am, I came as...
Young man, I lack the time, and most importantly, the patience to indulge you as you whine your way from one excuse to the next. May we please just begin?
Sorry, but I wasn't briefed on what tasks would be required of me.
You are a janitor, Mr. Wilco. What do you think I want from you, a heart transplant? What has become of StarCon? When my fifth husband, Admiral Bluntfang, served, the crop of up-and-coming cadets seemed to have such promise. I recall this one rather striking cadet who... Oh, well, never mind that. But you... I pray you do not typify what might be slithering down the halls of our formerly prestigious academy. That is one thing I do not look forward to witnessing. Get to work, Mr. Wilco. You'll find a mop and a bucket right over there. I have no time to devote to your education. That would take a lifetime, and the most copious amount of patience a universe could muster. My life is soon to expire. Please, just clean. I must rest now.
Oh well, guess who the bad guy is? Oh well, let's do what
Like you need another one of these.
Okay, I'll take this instead. One of the few times you actually spent some time cleaning in the series.
Mr. Wilco, please rattle the handle on that commode. It is positively maddening.
Okay then.
You got it, right away, ma'am. Whatever I can do.
Please do it, and quietly. I must have my rest. Mr. Wilco, it is time for me to take my meds. Please fetch my trisonic sortium from the medicine cabinet.
Yes, ma'am. Maybe I can get this old hag to overdose.
What was that, janitor?
Nothing, ma'am. I'll get those for you right away. I can't find her medicine. I don't think she knows what she's talking about. Hey, what the...
While we await a fully formed thought from Roger, it should be mentioned that there seems to be some sort of gas entering the room through the left vent.
Hey, there seems to be some sort of gas entering the room through the left vent. I seem to be in a world of deep... Ah, jeez, the door!
Yeah, let's try to get out of here.
Rats, it won't budge. I've got to get out of here somehow. No windows. The walls are solid bulkhead, and I'm too big to flush myself out of here. This is the only way. What would MacGyver do now?
What would you do indeed? Maybe something like this.
You give the piston a yank, and sure enough, it comes loose in your hands. Perhaps it was your raw strength. More than likely, it was defective. Good thinking! Wedged in the door, the manual override control causes the piston to strain against the door. It pushes a few inches and seems to strain at that point.
Wilco!
Oh, hi, Stellar. What are you doing here?
There's no time to talk, Roger. We've got to get out of here now. 1, 2, 3.
Just as you crash to the floor of the turbo shaft, the hydro riser piston gives way, and the door slams shut, with Stellar still trapped inside. You claw and pull at the seams of the bulkhead door, but to no avail. Just then, you hear and feel an explosion, which seems to have come from behind the door.
No!
The door is sealed tight. You can hear no other noise after the ear ringing from the blast subsides.
My God, I can't believe this. It can't be happening. She was... I was... Stellar!
It's hard to believe that this is the Hollow Suite. The setting is much like the graphics you've scanned in the library from those planets more interesting in their climatic diversity. From the scenic jutting peaks, soft hills, and lake in the conjured distance to the lush, pixelized growth of trees, flowers, and grass in the foreground, the holodeck has that sublime park-like perfection. Unfortunately, its serene beauty is sadly negated by the headstones and the solemn event about to occur, the laying to rest of your rescuer and true friend, Stellar Santiago. You are feeling as you have never felt before. Perhaps helped along by the relatively short stints aboard the various ships, as well as all too brief friendships, you've been spared the emotional devastation of true loss by lack of attachment. This, however, is a different feeling, far different from anything you've ever experienced. You can't help but wonder how you'd act towards Stellar given a second chance, but you know that can never happen. She gave her life for you, and you will never be able to thank her. Enough smarm already. Let's funeral!
Ladies and/or gentlemen, we assemble here today to honor the memory of a former crewmate, Lieutenant First Class Stellar Santiago. Her unfortunate death takes place in the shadow of a new community, the dawning of a new life for the aged of our galaxy. Although death is never easy to accept, we must remember that the tragic accident which took her from our midst occurred while she was on duty. If a member of StarCon must perish for some reason, there is no more honorable way. It is part of the oath we recite and take to heart when we pledge our allegiance. I believe her friend, Janitor Second Class Roger Wilco, has a few words he'd like to say. Mr. Wilco?
I only knew Stellar for a short time. I wish I could have gotten to know her much better. To have had a deeper understanding of this person I was proud to have called friend. Of my friend, I can only say this. Of all the souls I have encountered in my cleaning, hers were the most scuff-resistant.
Well, back at the deep ship again. And I think I'll actually be taking a break here. And stop the streaming for now to just to eat and such. And because we are about halfway through the game, so if I stop here and then I can do the other half later in a few hours. So because we have to see what happens now after this little cliffhanger. So I'll be back later, and big thank you for watching. Thank you, Candy. I'm not sure if you're still awake or if you actually have fallen asleep, but you know, I'll be in touch. So anyway, thank you for watching. I will be I think I'll be uploading it to YouTube later, as I usually do. And for those who'd like to, I do play through these games without me talking as well. I haven't gotten to Space Quest 6 yet, but I'll be there soon as well. So in the future, you will be able to see this game without me talking over it too. Well, but for now, thank you for watching. I'll see you later.